It's going to be probably about a minute. We're streaming now, but I did not do the starting card. So for anyone that is joining us now or watching the video, hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Mondays. If this game screen looks weird compared to the last few weeks, that's because we're back in Monster Hunter World, as per Cameron's wishes.
Yeah, Cameron, it's all your fault.
Explain what the deal is for tonight's stream.
It's time for Fatalis. This is hopefully the last Monster Hunter World Iceborne stream.
Please let it be the last one. No, I'm kidding.
Well, the goal is if we can hunt Fatalis tonight, that would be amazing. If not, we've got one more day in Thursday. I'll try and hunt it this Thursday because Friday, Tears of the Kingdom is coming out, and I will not be playing Monster Hunter for a while.
Yeah, agreed. That is the plan.
Yeah. So I guess I have to do
fuck it up now.
Whatever the Fatalis, like the first part is. Do I have to do it solo?
So there is Fatalis is a special investigation. It's some of the previous monsters, like you had a totally solo fight, and then you could go back and get another quest to fight multiplayer. This one, Fatalis has 3 stages, and you have to solo the first stage, and then you can call for assistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, don't worry about if you since it's your first time fighting him. I guess really the plan should be go ahead and die.
Survive.
Where is the quest?
Special assignments.
I have to talk to somebody, I'm guessing then, because I don't have it.
We did a Letreon.
We did. It says I had that one completed. Who do I need to talk to?
Someone in
I would assume it'd be here if it's Fatalis.
I
don't have any. I'm checking the world map. I don't have any exclamation marks.
It might be back in Astera.
Maybe.
Try it out.
Have people from the guild shown up yet with their armor and all that? Like their knight-looking armor?
I think so. Looking on special assignments. Dawn's Triumph, Blazing Black Twilight, yeah. Complete the assignment. Yeah, so I have 7 completed special assignments, none of which are...
If there wasn't anything in Celiana, go back to the other town and see what's there.
Okay. Can do.
Yeah.
While Tom's doing that, Nate, how's life been?
Oh man, it's been a wild weekend actually. I got back from Chicago on Saturday afternoon / evening. Big work thing, big party work thing. So it's just kind of a chance for us to, because we're from we have people all over the world. And the nature of our job causes us to move around a lot. So we work with a bunch of people, we split up, we find new sets of people, we mix and match, all that kind of stuff. But every other year we get together and just kind of for a reunion situation, and it's kind of a wild weekend. So yeah, we stayed at a nice hotel. We had a bunch 2 nights of huge, awesome private parties, and I don't know, it was cool.
Awesome.
I've never been to something like that before.
A bit of a work convention kind of thing?
Yeah. There was work happening during the day, but it was mostly educational conferences to reinvest in the people who work for the company.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Best practices, and did you know we also have this in the programming and all that?
Do you want to talk about work in terms of generalities, not specifically where you work, but you've been there for a year, 9 months now?
I looked, and the official math is 0.57 years. So, yeah, worked for just over 6 months now. Getting used to it. It's just sort of I guess you would call it a foundational software system. Think of it as the framework for a multi-tool or a really fancy pocket knife. And based on that framing system, you can also attach all sorts of different tools and things you want on it. And so it's a really robust but very generalized framework. But we also are able to put in all sorts of tools and and things as well, and you can tailor it to do all sorts of different things. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of what we do.
I dig it.
And yeah, so we go in and we're like, cool, what would you like? And and here's how to use this. Here's how to use all the tools, and we will also be around when and if you need us. So it's cool, fun time.
Awesome. How was Chicago?
Fucking awesome, man. We went to Gino's for some pizza. We snuck out of our thing to go do some Gino's pizza. I didn't get a hot dog, unfortunately. But there were a bunch of vendors at all of our events, and they were just like really noteworthy places from Chicago, like all over Chicago. And so I ate like everything.
Awesome.
And there was
this your
food
first time
everywhere
in
you looked.
Chicago in the summer? We went to
we've been
Aspen.
yeah.
Was that the winter or spring?
No, it was warm enough that I feel like it was warm enough that we were maybe in light jackets, but no, we used to have family that lived in Chicago, and I don't know, Tom might have been too young to remember because they were also in Des Moines, Iowa.
Real quick, not to interrupt. Should I just do the Black Dragon thing solo then?
Yes, let's do the first third of that.
And it's also like 20 minutes of cutscenes I fucking forgot about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not have time to prepare for this at all in the past.
No
week,
worries.
so.
It's kind
part of the deal.
We'll hang out. I'm actually going to take my shirt off because it's warm enough that I am baking in this room.
The night that you're not on camera.
While Nate talks about deep dish pizza.
Oh man, that deep dish. Gino's crust is straight fire, as the kids say. Like I would eat bread just based on their crust alone. But it is definitely a knife and fork kind of pizza. But anyway, to answer your earlier question, I have been to Chicago several times, all different times a year. I think actually the one time I haven't been is in the winter yet.
I feel like Hannah and I mostly have gone to Chicago in the winter. I mean,
Yeah.
the last time we went was in the summer, and it was just really nice to enjoy it in the summer.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it in the summer. It was only like in the 70s, so like I was in a sport coat outside for a bit, and that was kind of hot. But I was only to really walk from point A to point B, and then I was inside most of the time. But yeah, no, it was everywhere. Everywhere you look, there was food. Like we went to like an after party thing. And it was open like at midnight, 1 a.m. They had just pizza and donuts on trays, just handing them out. Like, hey, anybody still hungry? And I'm like, no. How could you possibly be hungry? But it was a lot of fun.
Me too.
Awesome. That sounds like a really fun trip.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Your attention.
And yeah, it Boom Hedgehog, fucking be patient. You're not paying for shit on this channel.
It has begun.
Go watch something else. Devil Jojo, how's it going?
Jeez.
Cheryl, how's it going? Devil Jojo, it is Fatalis time.
Fatty time.
Tom
I
must
love that
first
people call it.
prove that he is good enough to hunt it, and then we can hunt it together.
Yeah. So you'll actually see all of us hunt it together in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hi, hello, how are you today? You're British now? Oh, okay.
Oh, is it because of the coronation, or do you actually move? I did not pay attention to the coronation. My controversial thing, it used to piss Hannah off, but I think she's over it too. I don't give a fuck about the British royal family. I've never.
Why does
been a
she give a
person-
shit?
It's
Like-
a thing about Americans.
It's
like
it's literally just celebrity worship.
I think that's it. I think
That's really all it is.
But she doesn't super care anymore. She likes the weddings and the babies, but that's about it.
Yeah, that all seems super boring to me. It also just feels kind of like icky because of the history.
First of
Yeah.
all, most of them absolute garbage humans.
Yeah.
Like
Especially
elitist,
the new
racist pieces of shit. Yeah, like
Yeah.
and yet somehow they're still popular, at least to some degree. Although there's a
they're not.
rising movement. Yeah,
Institutionally, they are not. It's kind of like the Electoral College.
yeah, they're just sort
no
of
one
grandfathered
really
in.
likes it, but
Yeah.
it's
been around so long that no one's able to get
It's
rid
a
of
means to preserve power through weird,
it. Yeah.
like convention and tradition. Ugh. Anyway,
But yeah, so I didn't pay attention to the coronation. I didn't.
I forgot it happened.
I kind of
Yeah, same.
assumed it happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how their stupid traditional stuff works. So Nate, you were in Chicago. That's an awesome weekend.
Oh God, yeah.
Hannah and I were in Cincinnati. We mostly enjoyed the weather. Friday night, we went out. I forgot what we did Friday. Well, we went out and did some stuff. Saturday, we had like an agenda of things to do. Hannah was like, "We're gonna go bowling," and then Sunday we're gonna go to do this dog park like Discord events and stuff. Enjoy the weather. Saturday, we had a late lunch outside at Takira Mercado. Hannah had a single margarita and then passed out at 3 p.m.
Classic
Awesome.
Hannah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And she woke up again at like 7, just enough time for us to take like the dogs out. We were dog sitting for my dad's dog Vince was hanging out with us, which I put some pictures up on the Discord. He got along. It's the first time he met the kittens, but they all got along super cutely. It was really nice. At the end of it, Hannah was like, "We should just convince your parents to let us keep Vince." And I was like, "I don't want another pet." But we she like, we went out, we took the Ollie and Vince out for a walk. While we were out, we were like both a little hungry. We went to got some Mexican food to celebrate a belated, that's what we did on Friday night, I remember.
Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah, we did belated Cinco de Mayo celebrations on the 6th, and then Hannah passed out, woke up at 7 for about an hour, and then passed out again until it was time to play some Dragon of Ice Fire Peak. It was really cute, really fun.
Fantastic. Love it.
It gave me time to work on stuff, because like my computer's back, but I'm just behind on, like, I've got 3 episodes of Waterdeep I need to edit. So it gave me time to like do that, catch up on Transformers reviews. I built all my Infernal War Machines for the Epic.
Yeah, that was a really impressive feat you did there.
It once you compartmentalize it into the sections and like assembly line, it went by faster than
you just sort of iterate.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't look incredible, but they're serviceable, and I think it's fun. I'm definitely I like some sort of visual representation. And it's now in because Nate and Tom, you have access to the Roll20 lobby as DMs.
Yeah, I saw that you gave me access, which will make my Avernus campaign way easier.
Yeah, I'll transmorg stuff from that to the Avernus campaign, but there's now a token. It is a 53-sided token.
Awesome.
So you can, when the party like picks their machine layout, you can just go to that number, and then you've got it like all set up for you.
Excellent.
I had a lot of fun doing it. Friday night we went looking at some houses and condos and stuff, because
I heard you're in the market.
We're much more serious about relocating now. Not out of downtown, but we were looking at a place in Mount Adams, which was cool. It was really nice. But I don't want to drive and park in Mount Adams.
Yeah, wouldn't recommend that.
We were looking at a place in Hyde Park and other things. So that's what we did Friday. And we had a dinner at a pizza place called Not Your Mama's Pizza, which is pretty new in Mount Adams. And it was really, really good. I'd highly recommend anyone in Cincinnati check out Not Your Mama's Pizza.
That sounds familiar. Maybe I did go there at some point. Was that new? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been back to Cincinnati, I think it's only like a year old. That is what the thing said. Or maybe
the name sounds familiar.
I think they said like established, maybe it was 2020 or 2022.
Yeah. What's up, Shanice?
Hey, Shanice.
Hi, Shanice. And then Sunday, so that was Friday. Then Saturday, played Radiant Citadel on Saturday. Finished up Tanner's 3rd Radiant Citadel adventure. Then Sunday, we did Dragon of Ice Fire Peak, chores and all that fun stuff. And then it was originally, we were just dog sitting Vince, but it turned into like a little family get together when we dropped him off. So we did that, and that was fun too.
Nice.
Busy weekend, but a good weekend. What about Black Knight? How's your stuff?
Not too bad. I was at Radiant Citadel. That was fun. Something that I was just really working on final stuff, and that's all it.
Yeah. So how many more finals do you have?
All of them.
For some reason I thought your finals had already started. They
Nah,
haven't.
not yet. I've got the two I've got two actual like assignments, and I've got two tests. The tests are on next Tuesday. The assignments are due the next Monday.
Nice.
Hi, hello. Are
And
you feeling okay, bud? Like,
Who is this guy? Are you referring to Fatalis, or are you referring to someone
on the stream, or is there an NPC on screen that's just
yeah, maybe a little more.
really interesting?
So that's
which button
the
is
ace
fight?
cadet.
How do I fight? What's the
He's-
fight button?
Yeah. Press W. It's the win button.
So do I just have to survive a certain amount of time, or like what?
You have to remove, I think, 20-ish% of its health.
Yeah, you'll know it because he'll do his big fuck you attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll by dealing enough damage, you'll trigger a cutscene which starts phase 2, and that is when we can join.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't stop. He fucking kicked the shit out of me.
He's
a
in
scrambly
the first
boy.
fight.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
warn the last couple times. I was like, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do that unless I actually have time to prep. But we'll see. Yeah. No.
Yeah. You're fine. I mean, first part of a fight's always just like learn the moves. So one thing, this is the cone. This is the reason you want to stay close to him.
It's
So
Cone.
You can sidestep it and beat up on him while he does that. And if you're too far away, that'll probably one-shot you.
Okay.
Also,
Uh,
Tom,
yeah, it's the
I know
juice.
this is gonna depress you, but Charge Blade's really not that good against Fatalis.
All
makes
right.
you
Well,
say
thanks for
that,
coming to
Black
stream, everybody. I guess I didn't do my 7 days straight of homework to do this game. All right, I'm already fainted. Yeah, this isn't gonna go very well.
You just gotta get 20%,
Do I have
man.
to do this to fight Fatalis, like in the
Yes.
group one?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
that's gonna be a problem.
Black Knight, what makes you say that Charge Blade is no good?
Because he moves a lot. Like Charge Blade,
Yeah.
SAEDs take a while to wind up, and he moves so often that it's hard to actually.
I haven't
connect
played Worlds since the last time we streamed Worlds. So that's gonna be like a month ago, I think we streamed Worlds because we did Rise. for a
Like,
few
yeah, like
weeks.
3 weeks or something. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, at least chat will get to see me die a couple times, and then we'll decide on something else. Cheryl was asking about TTRPG stuff.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll go last.
Oh, I meant the Guild Hunter dude. That's one of the 4U characters. That's all we know him as.
The Ace Hunter, yeah. And he's kind of become, I guess, the like closest thing to an NPC face
Yeah.
of the franchise. Because he was in 4 Ultimate, he reappeared in Generations Ultimate, he was in the animated movie, and he was in Iceborne, and I think he's in Sunbreak.
Fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, he is seems to be at least a dev favorite, if not a fan favorite.
Yep. And it's kind of funny because he kind of has, because he's the rookie, or they call him excitable A-lister here, because of that, he has the Ash Ketchum problem where he's like always new.
Yeah.
Hey, you're getting it, Tom.
A little bit.
You're learning.
I am explicitly not watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm watching on stream. You're doing it.
This is gonna take a while. Yeah, this is gonna take. Wow. Okay, this is gonna take some time.
Well, yeah. When I did it on Thursday, it took me like 2 hunts.
If-
It was about an hour, I think, till I
If
got
I
the
touch
first-
his toes, like more than half my health bar is gone.
Yeah.
I just fainted. I just lost like 60% of my health in one shot. I don't think I had the defense for this. I don't know.
That's what being on the other side, the front side of Fatalis is that it's just like he does, like without getting his gear and upgrading it, he does so much damage to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah, no, it's like,
That's what I was trying to hint at. Okay, so I
like
can't
even
eat.
with good upgrades, it's just like
Yeah, he still hits
you
me a
still just need
lot
to get
harder.
good. Like even
Yeah.
with Fatalis
Well, yeah,
armor
and I
for that
haven't
thing.
played in like a month, and even before then, I only ever had time to play for stream, so it is not good. What else can I do that's even gonna give me? I guess it's not really gonna matter.
He does fire blight and fire damage. He's weak against dragon and a little bit of
Yeah, I don't really
fire.
have any other armor sets, unfortunately. So even if it's an elemental thing, I don't have that.
Yeah. Oh, Ratharos,
I
you're
have
the best. Thank you so much.
Other mantle though, although it's not upgraded.
There is a way you can do it, like you can get ahead on the damage out of the gate before you engage with him. What you do is you put the ghillie mantle, like when you, because you started the fight like straight after the cutscene, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
But if you have to do this again, you put the ghillie mantle on before you fly down on the little like pterodactyl thing, and because you have the ghillie mantle, you don't proc him. You load up all of the. You load up at least two of the cannons, maybe all of them, and then you shoot them at him one at a time. Because he always starts in the same spot on the map, and he will come to the first one. So you angle the first one to hit him directly, and then you angle the second one to hit him where he'll show up to fight to kill the second or the first cannon.
It is going. It's going somewhere somehow.
Yeah,
No, Tom, I think you're fine. You're
doing all right, man.
I can't actually do the quest we're trying to get to unless I do all this.
This is the
I have
quest
to
we're
do
trying
that.
to get
This is
to.
the quest, yeah.
You just have to do the first phase of the fight alone the first time.
Okay.
Once
You're
you do it,
already
then
on
this
the
same
quest.
quest will allow other people to do it.
Yeah.
It's just this very strange thing that it does.
Oh fuck! Of course, and that's not. I'm not gonna have enough stamina for this. Fuck.
No need to rush either. We're
Yeah.
all
That's a
cheering
little
you on.
late, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anna's watching Suits. Did anyone else ever watch that show?
Heard of it?
Abby likes it. I don't know.
thought the first 2 seasons were fine, but like the first 2 seasons, it has some interesting behind-the-scenes legal stuff. Like, oh, this is how like you actually present a case, and like it's not this big dramatic thing like on TV.
It was a little bit more instructional.
Yeah, and then
Like, Abby likes it, and she even said like, this is a show I think you would like. And I said I've seen a bit of it, and it's not. And you're not wrong. I think I would like it. It's just certain people from my past got really into shows like that, and it kind of turned me off from wanting to like share that experience with them.
Oh, I can't even hear.
I got you. Oh, that's interesting. I want to press on that a little further.
I'm sure when I tell you, you will personally not be surprised.
I already have a name. Does it start with an I?
Yes, it does. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. And I was just like,
God.
ugh.
Season 3 and afterwards, it like
Yeah.
they really play up all the like drama, and it's just like it turns into a frat house instead of a law firm because that's
Yeah.
the more dramatic TV thing. It's like I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that and like Boston Legal and shit. And I was like, no,
Oh.
no, thank you.
Yeah, Boston Legal did.
I'm sure it's
not
compelling, but
do
no.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing I've noticed about it, like Hannah and I rewatched parts of it recently, and we forgot that like season to season, the women on that show, all the female characters change every season because, and I think it's because the show staff didn't want to pay the women actors enough.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, I know
Tom,
some
you're
of this
gonna
stuff can be
unkill.
blocked if you have guard up, but I can't remember what can and can't. Most of his attacks can be blocked with guard up, though. I remember that much.
Yeah, I was asking whenever we did World Last. I asked about the guard up stuff, and I don't remember what the solution is.
Just slot one in if you can get one, but if you can't,
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go
Hey.
upgrade all my stuff.
Step 1 is complete. The cutscene's done.
Or I guess
Yeah.
I have to make his armor in order to like really fight him, right? So there's no point.
You don't have to.
upgrading.
I got away with
Yeah.
going Raging Brack and
I
Silver
have Elytron
Rathalos
armor.
the
That
first time
seems to work
through.
pretty well.
Or no,
Yeah.
shit, I'm thinking of Rise. Rise is where I can upgrade my armor. Oh fuck. Okay.
No, you can augment it here.
I don't have the stuff for it.
That's fine. So if we want to spend, if you want to spend some time
Fire.
grinding some things like that, we can do that.
Does
So-
he like dragon? Can I use? I have a dragon charge
Yeah.
blade. I don't know if it's
Yeah, he's weak. He's weak into dragon.
against
Okay.
him. If you've got the Elytron weapon, that's good against him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Elytron armor is good against them. We could, if you want to spend some time, we could hunt Elytron for a little while on stream to get you parts to build the Elytron armor.
Delay Fatalis
Go
until
to-
next week.
I mean, it's
Good
up to
luck.
you. If, like this, I know you want me to do this, so let's just get it done.
It's raw. If you're just gonna keep
And,
throwing yourself against the wall, then maybe better to do something else.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
Black Knight.
guiding
Literally, you're
lance, like,
speaking my language, but they want to do this. How do I? Oh wait, no. I need to make. No, my brain is off today. I need to make Mega Demon Drug.
So, Tom, we could, now that you've done the cutscene stuff for Fatalis, we could spend some time doing guiding lands to get you augment materials. We could spend some time farming Elytron to get you Elytron armor.
Okay, it's. I mean, it's kind of up to you. Like, I'm doing this because we want to do Fatalis. Do we want to do that? It's not going to make your thumbnail come true, or
No,
whatever.
but it's Fatalis. Nate has expressed that the odds of getting the thumbnail true on the first try are pretty low anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down to do whatever. I mean, I can keep throwing myself against him if people just want to see it. But if we want to do guiding lands, we can switch to that.
Are we asking the audience?
I'm asking you. Like, I don't care. I can throw myself against him, but I'm probably not going to beat it because I haven't played World in about a month. So we can. I mean, I'm down to do it if you guys want to talk over me doing it. It's just to be clear. Like, if people are like, why are we not getting anywhere? It's like, well, because I'm not
Rathlarosa says
gonna
protect
beat it.
Tom's sanity, and Hi Hello Hardy Day says farm! Exclamation point.
Okay.
So
I
it
mean,
sounds
yeah,
like
people
you
wanna
got some
farm.
friends here who are with you.
I mean,
man.
I can try it again after we do Elytron. I know I'm gonna have to do it like at least 3 or 4 times before I like get back into the motion of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Does someone want to? Or I guess if we're doing guiding lands, do I need to post it or do I just need to join
Either or.
or depart?
You probably want to post it because I think you get a bonus to stuff if you're the one hosting.
Okay. What are my region levels? Yeah. All right. I am leaving now.
All right. Where was I? Yeah, I was this. Okay. He's departed. Okay.
Did you guys already go
He's
over tabletop
departed.
stuff?
Not. I mean, Cameron told everybody that he made about 1 billion war machines over the weekend.
Yeah, I guess Black Knight, you want to talk about Radiant Citadel? Because we were both in that
What?
session.
Oh, yeah, sure. We finished up the third week of this one session, or this one adventure. We fought this, for lack of context, basically an owl monster that was actually just a kid with a curse. We fought him in this foundry that someone, I think we had a changeling with us that changed into his dad and tried to convince him to stop attacking us, which he did, but he shifted back to human when he was in the air, took damage and died. So we had a whole fun time trying to tell his mom, hey, or try and not tell his mom, hey, your kid died, because we were idiots. But yeah, it worked out okay.
Yeah. The funniest moment to me. This kid's cursed. His father basically It's like a 20-year-old man. But his father made a deal with a demon called Pazuzu, which I love that's its name.
Oh, are you guys fighting Pazuzu? What?
Not fighting Pazuzu, but Pazuzu seems to be behind
Oh
the
no.
events. Um,
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
so we're in this land of Sancitlan, which is based off of like Latin America, Mexico specifically. Um,
I fucking love
and
Pazuzu.
this kid's been cursed to turn into an owl demon. We're investigating. We come to town investigating the owl demon, and then we learn stuff about um, the um, the kid, the curse, and we try and snap the kid out of the curse. But we're doing it in the middle of a fight, and the owl demon flies up in the air in this like scrap metal factory, and that is when someone finally snaps the kid, like gets the kid's sanity back, so he turns back into a human, and he falls like 30 feet into a pile of scrap metal. And we were like, oh fuck. And Tanner was like, yeah, he had a commoner stat block when he's not an owl demon. So we just gibbed the kid.
Yeah, no kidding.
Luckily enough, we got to level 5. So at level 5 as a paladin, I got what is it, Peaceful Rest or whatever it's called.
Maybe I don't remember. You might get an aura or something as a paladin. Peaceful rest. I don't know.
Well, the spell Gentle Repose.
Oh, gentle repose. Okay. Yeah,
Peaceful
that makes
Rest.
sense.
So not some synonym.
Yeah.
And we so we were
Sexually
able to
explicit nap.
yeah, we were able to get the kid back to a cleric and revive him and cure everything. But it was definitely a very funny moment.
Man. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. That's a good villain to have.
So I think I need to get the forest. I don't remember exactly what materials I need. I think it has something to do with level 7 region mining materials, I think.
Well, that's gonna take you a while, maybe.
How long does it take to get from level 6 to 7?
Oh,
I
I,
have it
thought
almost
you were
full bar.
from 1. Yeah, no, from 1 to 7. I thought.
No. I'm like
We just gotta hunt something in that area,
40,
and you're probably good.
30% to level 7.
Yeah.
I think I don't have the thing up in front of me, but if I remember correctly, like all the armor material is the same for augments.
Yeah, basically. Well, there's a few different ones, but most of them are the same.
Boom headshot says so Fatalis Thursday.
Boom. So I was planning on streaming Thursday, but I think I was going to do a Transformers stream instead. We'll talk offline.
Try mine.
I guess we can hash it out now. Nate, in your ideal world, what do you want out of beating Fatalis for the first time?
I mean, that's it, right? That's like the final thing we're doing.
Yeah, I just want to beat him. I mean, okay, if I'm being realistic, I would just like to see if we couldn't find a way to fight him tonight. Not beat him, but fight him. That way we could all figure out our team dynamics and then get him later this week or something.
Okay. But you would want Tom to be there for the final fight.
Yeah, because really, so long as the three of us are there, because we're the ones who started this, like, that's fine with me.
Gotcha. So what I was gonna propose is I could try and do Fatalis on Thursday, but I think we'll stick with. There's only ever 3 monsters in the Guiding Lands at once. What you can do is I'll go back to the camp. We can lure in a forest.
Well, Tom, it's host only luring, so.
So I just need to grab something. Do they separate them by like category of where they come from? I have no idea.
Back at
I've never been luring, so I don't know.
They should, I think, maybe.
Lure out monster. Oh, okay. Can it be anything from that region, or does it need to be something like high
You can
up?
get anything. Just anything that give you experience points.
Yep.
So I could do like a Jagras, and that would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
And so what it sounds like, Boom Headshot, is Thursday. We'll see depending on how tonight goes. But Thursday might still be a Transformers stream, and then while I'm doing, while we're doing Tears of the Kingdom for a while, that'll be opportunity for Tom, Nate, and I to do a little hunting offline to be all prepped for Fatalis.
Yeah,
at some point.
that's what I need to do. I didn't know until last week during your stream that I was POV, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't have time to play it ahead of time. But if I get some time in like off stream, I can still try again tonight. It's just I don't know the fight very much. I was going to try to read up on it last time, and we switched to Rise.
You summoned the greatest Jagras. What have you done?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I don't know. I can't find it on my. No, it's not.
Hold on, wait. Scout flies.
Oh, it's like not on the
Come
map,
on.
but it's on the. Or maybe I don't. I probably don't have any
So,
research.
Our
for it.
investigation. Yeah, our research might not be high enough.
We have no
Here we go.
details about MH6 just yet, but if... Fuck it, let's theorycraft. If you
Oh, I
had
found
to
it.
pick,
I got it. I
Boomerang's
got it.
coming back, baby.
if you
It took
had
me-
to pick one thing that you would prefer from like the past like 3 Monhunt games to be in this new one, what would you pick?
Okay,
hope-
so let's specify a little more. Pick one thing from each of the last 3 Monster Hunter games.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing from each. I would love for swimming to come back because that gives us laggy.
Generation 3, bring back swimming.
Yeah,
Bring
well,
back
because
some
we
of
have
the
the
powers.
controls for it now. Like, there are better
Yeah.
controls with a dual stick system.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it would be at least worth a shot if they didn't.
Yeah, because that was one of the main hamperings of Monster Hunter from the old days, is that it was on the fucking 3DS.
And the claw.
Trying to
yeah.
fucking play bowgun on 3DS is
Yeah,
a lesson in patience.
yeah. So if they can give swimming controls the same treatment they've given all of the other weapon controls, that'd be great.
I've got one. From 4th generation, I want the 4U mounting back. I
Isn't that just,
appreciate
like-
the experimentation they've done with mounting in Iceborne and Sunbreak and stuff, but I like having a simple mounting system versus like multiple button prompts and stuff.
I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's got the same general concept at least. Just whack it till it falls over, but same button.
I don't like mounting in Iceborne,
Yeah.
and I like mounting in 4 Ultimate, so that is what I am picking.
It's been like 4 or 5 years since I played 4U, but it feels basically the exact same. to me.
You said I could pick, and I picked.
You did pick. I'm just saying they feel the same, but I could be thinking of something else. Anyway,
So then 5th gen, what would you pick?
From World and or Sunbreak, because they're both Gen 5.
Yes.
I liked the switch skills, like the Silkbind stuff, where you could change your move set. Like, it has a general move set, but you can kind of customize it. I don't necessarily need it to be linked to like the bugs, but the fact that you can customize your move set is something I would like them to keep.
Yeah, that could also almost be your 4th gen pick, because that like was first in generations.
Yeah, it was. They had the styles, right? And then Gen U and Gen.
I think that was 4. Yeah.
My
I think I just
Gen.
like that system,
4
Gen
was-
5 system, better.
My 5th gen pick would be Palamutes. I think I would be
that's a
upset
good
if
one.
there was a game and they didn't have Palamutes again.
yeah, probably Palamutes, but like I don't care much for wire bugs.
Yeah.
I like wirebugs. I like them a lot, and I've noticed their absence in Iceborne. Definitely when I was fighting Fatalis a couple times, I was like, oh, let me wire dash. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I feel more at home without wire bugs, oddly enough.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten like used to them since like playing Rise last. Like I pick those back up a lot more like naturally than I do like the other like movement gimmicks.
This guy is really scrambly. He's
Yeah.
also at 53%, so we're doing pretty good.
Oh gee, that's more than I thought.
Yeah, I mean we're just laying into him real hard. It's just that's why he's also moving around more.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's any harder than a regular Jagras. It's just in Guiding Lands, so it'll give us the Guiding Lands parts.
Yeah, hopefully this will be enough to get... I gotta get the region up, and then I guess I gotta go mine it. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
If it ends up taking too long, I can just try to do the Fatalis again.
No worries.
See if we can at least unlock it, because I don't know if we're gonna have enough time for me to actually get like the augments and do Fatalis in the same night.
Oh, he's at 30% now,
Nice.
so.
Oh, feels good,
Oh, wow.
baby.
Yeah.
I'm actually not doing like a
He's
ton
at
of damage.
8%.
I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, he's gotta be one more hit away.
Dave,
There it
what
is.
were our percentages there?
That one is hard to, with the way I have it set up right now, it's hard to tell in the Guiding Lands, just because if another monster is close by, it kind of like supersedes. But I don't remember. I don't think I have the percentages right now because he's dead now. It disappears when they die.
Gotcha.
All right.
What else? I mean, there's good stuff about every game, but I will say that I do there are things I like and things I like less. But in general, I like the fact that they mix up the Monster Hunter games and surprise us with something new every time, so that each game does feel like it stands on its own, and the newer game doesn't make the old one feel totally obsolete.
I wouldn't mind mounted combat, like kind of to augment the Palamute thing. What if you had different moves you can do with your partners, not just like
Yeah,
they
that would
help
be
you
kinda
out,
nice.
but like you had some synergy.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
And then you could have like jewels for different mounted combat upgrades. Right. You know, you do more damage while you're on, Palamute back.
I feel like the Palamute attacking stuff is a cool idea, but they do this like every generation where they add something that's like not really necessary. Like it seems like kind of like a nice to have, but no one ends up using it. Like attacking the Palamutes or like having them like switching equipment. It's kind of noticeable, but not really.
Oh god, what about Prowlers?
Oh yeah, Palico.
Oh,
Playing as a Palico would be cool.
I would be fine if. So what was my fourth generation pick?
Not
the
quite
mounting.
level 6.
Yeah, you
I
wanted
don't
mounting
yes.
attack.
I prefer the mounting over the Prowlers, but the Prowlers would be a strong contender for them to just make an evergreen concept. Like this is the 15th weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
can-
speaking of weapons, I would just want them to give us some new weapons, man. We're hard up for a new one. We've had Charge Blade and Insect Glaive, and that's about it.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
We need something
well,
And we haven't had a new ranged weapon in forever.
new. Medium bowgun. Bring it back, please.
bring back the medium bowgun, or I guess customizable bowgun. That was a cool thing in Generation 3.
Dual wield hand bow guns from short range.
Oh, there you go.
So I have like an inch before I'm level 7.
Okay, let's. You can do some like gathering. We can also just hunt
okay.
something else real quick too. It doesn't really
Here,
matter.
there's an Anjanath in the forest area.
He's about to leave though.
Fulgur Anjanath.
Yeah, he's about to leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he count? Is he a forest monster?
Yeah, I think so technically, but you won't get him in time. He's not fresh. I fought him with. He's had a turf war with the Tobikadachi.
We could,
just
if
need
it's easier, would Nate or Black Knight, would either of you have more lures? Could we...
I
host
have
and
a bunch of lures, yes.
and then we can just use you to lure out the monsters?
Yeah.
That would
I
be the
guess
fastest thing.
Yeah, I guess what you can do, Tom, is try and gather a bunch of shit in different spots
Yeah,
if you're
'cause
that
if I can
close.
gather, and do this, then I think we'll have
Yeah.
enough time that I can try Fatalis. But if we have to hunt one more thing, I think it might be better just for me to try Fatalis now.
Oh, sure.
Means up
Right.
to you. What do I need to gather? Do I just need to gather?
Anything. Just interact with the environment.
Oh, okay.
Like it just like hunting and gathering
Oh,
and
I need
everything.
to-
As long as you're in that area.
I have the wrong item set on, so I have full inventory. I gotta go change that.
TTRPG stuff. So we talked about Radiant Citadel. Nate, did you play anything this weekend? No, you were in Chicago.
I was in Chicago.
Tom, you didn't play anything this weekend, did you?
No, not any like tabletop stuff. No.
I did Dragon of Icespire Peak, and I got to do the thing that DMs have a lot of fun doing, which is introduce a minor side character, and the party reacts very strongly
Yes, that's the
to
best
that
feeling.
character. I had it both ways. One was Vincent the Ox in Dragon of Icespire Peak. There's a quest where you go deliver supplies to a logging camp, and you're given an ox cart. And the party fell in love with Vincent the Ox, and I didn't kill him, but I was not afraid to attack him, and they were devastated when Vincent got hurt. It was highly motivating on their end. And then the other one was they rescue at the logging camp. They rescue a guy named Tybor Weston.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
And he's like just the guy who runs the logging camp. But because he was the only survivor, and because he was cowering in the cabin when the party found him and all his men were dead, they were eaten by onkegs, by giant cockroach monsters. The party immediately hated him.
Yeah, what an asshole for surviving.
Yeah, but like if that's the thing as a DM, like you gotta resonate with your players emotionally. So I like started playing up into his cowardly, craven nature. And he's not like a piece of shit, but he's like he was just very cheerful and grateful that they rescued him, and that made them hate him even more. And it was just a lot of fun. So I got an ox that the party fell in love with, and they rescued a man who they have now developed a personal vendetta against. He has no idea of any of this, but they have sworn an oath of enmity. So what I'm going to do with Vincent, or not with Vincent, with Tybor, is I'm going to have him fail up.
God, I guess I lost the connection.
Hang
on.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I dropped out of your guys' game session.
I gathered some items, but I can't.
I think it's
return from expedition, and it'll
do that. Okay.
It'll add up some more. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like tracks and monster drops and things.
Yeah.
Oh, I just gathered items, so I figured that would be enough.
Yeah, it should be, but we'll see.
But yeah, so Tybor the Craven is going to fail upward, and basically just any opportunity I have to make his life better, I'm gonna make it better. And that in and of itself,
You're such an asshole.
He doesn't have to hurt the party. Just him enjoying his life is going to drive them crazy.
I have to go
so I'm looking forward to that.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof.
I
Really,
have a
I didn't get any points for the items.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it has to be like monster drops and tracks and stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's just do this then.
Good God, I got 20s and ogres.
Does anyone have a favorite character, like a favorite NPC that a DM has used before?
Ooh,
like when you were a player, you're like, oh God, I remember this one guy who's awesome.
Okay, who goes first? Black Knight, you go first.
Huh? What? Okay. Did they count as a character? Kind of, but Murtu from Domains, when they piped up, was always interesting.
I don't think I know that one.
Oh, it's a dark vestige of an evil dead god
Oh wow.
that possessed Black Knight's character. It made him.
He surrounded me with skeletons, and yeah, I was fucked. I was fucked either way.
Basically was like a not a warlock patron, but gave Black Knight's character a dark gift that made him good at lying, but also made him a compulsive liar. It was a lot of fun.
I failed all my lying checks, by the way.
Yeah, you rolled with advantage, but you didn't have great charisma, I think, or how, I don't remember
Something
how.
like that. Okay. Am I evil enough to call it a Kushala? No, I'm not.
I think for me, my favorite NPC that I've played with another in another campaign, I fell in love with Mad Maggie.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Yeah,
Um,
I can see that.
I liked your like New York Jewish.
Oh my
grandmother.
my overbearing Brooklyn Jewish mom.
And
voice.
the fact that like she also like she wasn't like fakely nice. She was genuinely
Yeah.
polite. She was
is-
just also evil.
Yeah, my
And that was-
Maggie
that was
is
a lot of
a very doting, kindly grandmother who also will like kill you with a smile.
Yeah, so that's Mad Maggie is part of the reason we're running the epic that we are in June. 'Cause
You
I was
just want me to do it?
I want more Mad Maggie in my life. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And this is an interesting one because it's an opportunity where in our Avernus campaign, Mad Maggie is essentially a patron and an ally temporarily, but that's the relationship.
And then your
Whereas-
epic, it's different.
Yeah, whereas in my epic, she's a direct evil, like a direct opponent,
Yeah,
which will be fun. So that's who I'd pick.
that's fantastic.
Tom, what about you?
My favorite NP. What was the question again?
What's your favorite NPC that a DM has used while you've been a player?
Ooh, that's a rough one. There's a couple. Probably one of the ones that our friend Chris, who DM'd my first 5e
I was
campaign.
just thinking Sildar Hallwinter. 'Cause he
Sildar
keeps-
Hallwinter was good.
Motherfucker keeps coming back to life.
Damn it. Yeah, Sildar Hallwinter was really good. Charlendorf. These are all
Oh yeah,
names
Charlendorf.
only-
Yeah. What about no Big Beard?
Yeah, like
If you
Jordan Bigby was
discount so
good.
long as you wear his logo on shit.
There's a lot of good like NPCs in the campaign we played with Chris. I'm trying to think of like any beyond that. There's probably a few. I'll have to think on it a little bit, mostly because I don't want to die right now.
Yeah. They're saying target his stomach, which it's true. When he's up on his hind legs, his stomach is the way to go.
It's the head I need to do the
it's just-
damage on, right?
Eventually, yes. But in order to get him down to a place where you can hit his head, you got to hit him in the stomach so he drops down. When he does, though, get the fuck out of dodge because when his front legs come down, he will crush you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen him do that.
Yeah. But try and
You'll
stick
learn.
like near his legs, in and out of his crotch
I
area,
see.
and then when he is on all fours, go for the head.
Okay. In terms of like other like D&D NPCs,
I think Artur Morlin in the Waterdeep campaign is pretty badass. I like that we got to see him like throughout the ages. That was kind of neat.
Oh yeah, Artur.
I appreciate Artur Morlin. That and we just like our
Hannah's
introduction to him
crushing
is
on him.
just watching that
Yeah.
is great.
Do you want to recap because it's been years since you first met Artur, and
Oh, what was it?
the audience has not they are not. You all have met him again recently. The audience
Yeah.
isn't there yet.
Yeah. No, it's just when we first met him, it was like on a wild goose chase essentially, and we like accidentally,
Someone gave
but
you a
also sort of
fake-
purposefully, a fake map trying to like get people to find him out,
Yeah.
and we got into his lair accidentally, but also on purpose at the same time. And our first glimpse of him was just like ripping people apart so casually. I
Yeah.
think that's what we first saw. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
he had captured another group of adventurers.
Yeah, and so we're just like, this
killed
could
them.
be you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but it's just like, it's just because they got here like 5 minutes before we did, and
Yeah.
because of that, all the stuff had already like not really been sprung, but like his focus was just directly at them.
And it's
But
definitely
now,
like retconning.
with chronological hindsight involved,
Yeah,
it makes
it
me
all
feel
makes
differently
sense.
about that situation. Yeah, yeah. Like, yes, he knew. He has to know. He's been around for too long.
And I'll say this is stuff that we didn't do our Q&A this weekend because you all actually, shout out to the audience and everyone, you gave us way more questions than I was expecting.
Yeah,
I
so
was
we're actually gonna have to
expecting,
like make this a thing
10?
as opposed to
But I think we need to like dedicate 2 hours to just Q&A. So the next time we play, we'll do that, and we'll some of the Q&A stuff that people were asking about was like how I plan things. Someone asked if I like railroad the party, and it's like, no, I do not. They fucking do what they want to do.
Yeah, you know, we go off the rails.
Strength as a DM is I can convincingly pretend that that was my plan the whole time, but it absolutely was not. Like,
True that.
The thing with Artor, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is convenient. I can do it this way, and it's like, oh my god, like he knew the whole time. It's like, no, but
Yeah.
yes. Or I guess yes, but no.
That's kind of how I am with Smiler in Avernus. Because, like, that guy is out of his goddamn mind. And I'm like, how can I drive this home in every action that he does? So, like, I don't know. If I had a favorite character that as a DM, like a favorite NPC that I like to be, Smiler is an interesting one, an interesting choice. I think Mad Maggie might be my favorite still, but Smiler has been a creative endeavor, just like trying to
Smiler's a
paint that
case
picture.
Of
Yeah.
me having to discipline myself between what I want to do as a player and what my character wants to do. Ami as a character befriends Smiler. Me as a player am super paranoid about Smiler. Because he's just like a crazy person and he's gonna fuck us at some point, intentionally or unintentionally. But Ami, on like the kind of character arc that I'm envisioning for Ami, like it's all about him, like he's still selfish as hell, but he's like he's collaborating with people, and Smiler's willingness to collaborate is like, oh yeah, of course Ami would like pounce on that.
Oh man, yeah, Ami's an interesting case study. I like him as a character because he is a cooperative, not sociopath, but like you're right. He is selfish. At the end of the day, he is selfish, but he's willing to work with people because he understands that you can get more out of synergy than being a power dick.
And the focus of his selfishness has changed throughout the campaign.
True.
Originally,
That's
it
true.
was like gain as much magical power as possible. Now it's gain as big a party,
As big a family as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Cheryl, oh, thank you, Cheryl. Gregory and Barovia is my favorite. He's super kind, and we've dived really deep into his backstory. Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
so Cheryl, that's like if this hopefully doesn't ruin the verisimilitude you had in your campaign. But Gregory is another one where the party's focus was on certain aspects of Gregory, and I just was like, well, if that's what you care about, I will expand those parts. And that's how I work. It's the same thing with the Waterdeep campaign. I originally, and maybe this is like diving into some Q&A stuff, but I originally had kind of a different vision. Get behind the rock. Sorry, Tom. That was like clearly way too late because I'm watching it on stream and there's like a delay there.
Oh yeah, I already died. I'm dead.
No, I know. Yeah.
Appreciate the thought though.
But I as soon as I said, I was like, that's like 60 seconds too late. That was not helpful. Sorry. So like when I DM, the things my players focus on is what I end up expanding outward. So for example, the Waterdeep campaign, the player style of the party is like they want to focus on immediate attainable goals. So the campaign's kind of working backwards in a way where they are getting the keys to the vault before they get the Eyes of the Stone, because the Eyes of the Stone are a multi-step heist process, and the keys to the vault are things that are hidden that they can just go find. But like that's where they're focused, so that is what I am like that's what I'm gonna do, because that positive feedback. Same thing with like stuff like Cherie's rat baby shenanigans. Like she really likes the rat baby. I originally had a different like thing that I was gonna focus on with her and her dead brother, but she doesn't give a fuck about her dead brother. She really loves this rat baby. So like that's where I'll focus my attention, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Like don't I guess my advice to DMs is do the stuff that you find interesting, but your respond to your players' positive energy.
Yeah, start with your stuff, end with their stuff.
Yeah. Same thing with like
man.
Hannah's character Holly. I had like this thing with her family and like their social like Max had set up this thing with like, oh, her family's like the 1% and they're like kind of slavers and not good people, but like Hannah didn't like any of that stuff, so I've kind of just like dropped it because she wants to do dragon stuff, so she'll get to do dragon stuff. Ian wants to just get stronger gear, so I've taken his character's like the kind of character arc that I imagined the challenges for him to take, and I've just made it all gear focused. So I don't know if Ian has noticed this yet, but the guy who killed his wife has a really cool longsword.
I don't think he's
like,
noticed.
It's like, I mean, well, because the guy kicked his ass with his bare hands last time. But
yeah,
the point being, like, if Ian like does that stuff, he will get the things he wants, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nate, I'm not 100% sure because you're very much in this campaign. Because you're the most experienced player, you're kind of playing that support role.
Yeah.
I put tidbits out there with like Brenda, and then your werewolf. I guess your werewolfness has been like your focus. So like we built out that werewolf process.
Yeah. I built Roland to be a tank, but like kind of just a stick, like really a support tank more than anything. Because yeah, you're right. I had the most experience, and I was just like gonna let people do their thing. But I think with this backstory, his mind is really expanding. I've decided to latch on to him learning acceptance and learning about other people.
Yeah. So with that, like he's been just. It's almost like the more you interact with different people, that's just kind of been your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like I've given optional like less optimal but basically free level opportunities for the party. So that is where like the more stuff you do go that route, you could get stuff that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Danny also he's really enjoying Spev's like inventioning. So I've basically created a system where he can home alone the house. He really likes doing that stuff. So yeah, so I know this wasn't the point of the conversation, but my DM tip is generally yes and or yes but your party.
Mm-hmm.
So if they say, hey, I'd like to do this, you say yes and you can do this, or yes but this is the twist. Now, like any rule, it's not an absolute rule. If they're asking for stupid shit, you don't have to indulge it. Once I had a party member that wanted to bring like a bathtub of holy water to Strahd's house, and I was like, no.
I remember that one.
But generally, like trying to work with stuff is fun.
I was like, that's never gonna happen, but I do appreciate the try.
Yeah. And it didn't cost them anything. I wasn't gonna be a dick and like make them spend a bunch of gold on it and then be like, no. Cheryl, are you playing Ame again? No.
Not
at
yet.
some point in the near future, hopefully. But yeah, I just Ami's like a kind of when I got back into 5th edition, Ami was the character I played the most up to this point. Still,
Yeah,
that's
that's true. Yeah.
So I'm attached to Ami a lot. Although I will say I have found my taste is definitely shaped by real life stuff and my
Yeah, because you've fallen out of love with certain characters you've played because you're like, I'm just not on that vibe anymore.
yeah.
Like Namo from the first homebrew campaign. You're just like, eh.
Yeah. Like Namo had like at the time I was really interested in this like personal journey and stuff he had going on. But after like it just had been enough time that I was like, I've
Yeah,
like
life happens.
yeah, I've explored that concept in other ways, and I didn't feel the need to play that character again. Same thing with I'm trying to think of other characters that I'm Wilhelm. I mean, I still play him as an NPC, but I don't think I would create like another version of Wilhelm to do his specific thing. And I'm not going to say what his specific thing is because it's kind of a spoiler. Well, fuck it. So he's got a double identity. Which we've hinted at in the Hero Forge live streams that the B team interacts with Wilhelm's other personality, the real version of Wilhelm. So he's lying to the party the whole time. But that's like going back to what I was saying about positive energy and stuff. I laid out like hooks about that throughout the campaign, and the party never really bit into it. So I've kind of been like, I'll leave it in the background. And now as a player, not because of that, it's just, time and preferences and there's shiny new things to do. I just kind of was like, I don't super feel the need to play Wilhelm anymore. I'm really enjoying, I'm playing like a very traditional hero in Radiant Citadel in Kamran. It's basically because
the
Radiant
good
Citadel,
version of old Cameron.
Essentially, kind of, yeah. Like so in Radiant Citadel, the civilizations are based off of other real world civilizations, and there's a civilization called Ahrin Sengar, which is based off of the ancient Persian Empire.
Very cool.
And Iran. So I built an Eladrin that's a native of there, and it's just me. But he's a very heroic paladin, and he has to come to terms with his thing is that like modern Iranian politics, Ahrin Sengar is kind of a shitty theocracy, and so he's gonna have to come to terms with that eventually. But like that's kind of where like that's more interesting to me right now than like what Wilhelm's story was. So it's someone asked me how I keep so busy all the time, and my answer to that is it's very much a like personal thing of how much energy everyone has, but also I fuel myself by spending energy where I am interested. So I'm always busy because I'm doing things that I'm always like, oh, that's what I want to do.
I think we all need to, like, I feel like a lot of burnout happens because people don't pursue their hedonistic side of their interests at a given time. Sometimes
they force themselves to do things that they might not have the energy for,
Yeah.
instead of being like, here's how much energy I have and here's what I want to do, so let me do this instead.
Yeah.
Jeez. Good. Ask next time before you read my mind.
Oh, really?
Well, not about this particularly. I just meant that like that in general. Like this is fine. I'm starting to. No, that's not good.
Do you have time to elaborate on that thought, Tom?
Or are you fighting for your life right now?
Yeah, like generally, I think I spend a lot more time like the things that I would call like my interests. Fuck, that's not what I meant to do. I am messing up my buttons. The things that I would like call like my interests, I don't have as much like not only like as much like time to like be interested in them, but I feel like over the past couple of like years, like my general like level of energy for those interests are like a lot. There's like a lot more like not reserved, but like I don't have as much energy for it. So like stuff like listening to music, stuff like working on programming projects at home, things like that. It's more of a personal thing, but just the way you were describing like the thing you were talking about before, I was like, oh, no, that resonates with home.
Yeah.
A lot.
And
I'm messing my words up because I'm trying not to die, but yes.
No, you're doing
You
great.
you feel that.
Devil Jojo says you're doing better. New nice dodge. Shanice, I am dropping truth bombs. But, like, it's not just... I recognize that that is a strength of mine, but it's also a weakness in that because of my personality. And hey, like, we should all be open to constructive criticisms about ourselves. With my personality, it is very easy for me to say, I want to do this thing, so we are doing this thing. And I have been working hard to make efforts to do that less and give more space for other people to spend energy on things they want to do. So,
Or,
yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so like we just had a channel meeting on stuff, and there's certain projects that I would love for us to do as a channel, but the group focus isn't there. I'm not gonna like. I think a couple of years ago I would have been like, fuck it, I'm gonna lead the way and we're gonna do it. And now I'm more like, well, if we find the energy and focus for it as a group, at some point we'll do it. Otherwise, no worries.
Yeah. As an adjacent person to your particular work drive, sometimes it can actually be daunting to work with, if I'm being honest. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It's just that because you are really honest with yourself about your passions and that your drive, like it helps keep your drive high. It's hard to keep up with sometimes.
Yes, I acknowledge that absolutely.
Yeah, like,
I mean to derail us from what you
oh yeah,
guys
no,
talking about before.
it's cool. It's just like, okay, say we're sitting around and we're like, you're like, I want to build a boat, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Let's build a boat. And I'm envisioning like a canoe or something, and I wake up and you've built a speedboat, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how that, any of that works, man.
You built a speedboat business where we
And
manufacture the best speedboats.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. That's I mean, this channel kind of came from that sort of like right, Nate, you said, hey, maybe we try do Let's Plays, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then you woke up and I was like,
you've built an empire.
but
I'm like, Jesus.
Because like Nate, you like in the past you've communicated that to me, and like I want to be better about not doing that so much. I think like we've entered. Hopefully, everyone feels this way. We talked like a year ago about like low power state for the channel and stuff.
Yeah,
and we've basically been there, and it feels like we're pretty happy as a group, kind of at this level.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, no, and I wanted to clarify, none of that statement was malicious. It's just sort of like kind of in awe of the amount of energy you can put into stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I don't know
how to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
like Tanner
cool.
makes fun of me all the time about it because like
oh yeah.
And we all know my dad.
Yes.
And I feel like when I was younger I wasn't like this, and I don't know when it turned on.
Yeah, I would say college.
Yeah.
College. You were very counterculture to your family's culture for when you were younger.
Yeah.
I feel like. And now you're kind of like, well, they're not wrong though, and then you just sort of like took it on.
Yeah. But yeah, it's arbitrary truths, NoobTube. Yeah.
That's what we're doing tonight.
It's been a minute since we've done this.
Idle controllers speak the truth, my friends.
I was thinking back to whatever I responded to. I wasn't sure if you guys were talking about real life or tabletop stuff. Oh, that stuff.
It kind of all bled together a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely applying it more to real life stuff. So, like, for example, Hannah and I, like, Hannah wants to get back into running. We fell off the habit. And I, like, my inclination is, like, to make a very regimented program, wake up at 5:30 and go run. But I've been working on myself for flexibility. So I like to get up first thing, go run in the morning, get it done with, and then get on with my day. Nowadays, I'm waking up at 5:30, but Hannah and I will go run when she wakes up around 6-ish. Sometimes we run in the afternoons. I don't enjoy doing that, but like if it's more
It helps
important
her
that
and you can
she
still do it.
runs, then yeah, exactly. Then we run at the time I want to. I'm working on positive motivation. She has, we have made a commitment that if she runs a 5K, or I think it's a 5K without stopping, we'll go on a trip to like Universal Studios, do Super Mario World.
Oh, that'd be
If
cool.
she does a 10K without stopping, then we'll go to Disneyland again.
Oh,
So-
damn. Oh, land.
but-
Okay.
Yes. I still stand firm on my word that I will not go back to Disney World unaccompanied by a child. It's too much park for me. But Disneyland is supposed to be a smaller, like 2-day, 1-day thing.
Yeah, I would
so-
do land. I can. Yeah, I've done world.
Which
I
one
would
is
go
land?
back to world,
Land
but
is like
land is in California,
California.
that's right.
and it's
yeah.
like a few blocks. I think. Like it's not big. It was a prototype proof of concept for world. I think, and it's older.
Kinda
I've
like
never been to
Monster Hunter
land. I would do it. Yeah, exactly.
When we get there, it would be an invitation for a group trip. Absolutely.
I mean, I'd take you up on that.
Oh, Finn and Poe, but Disney World
I
has
just-
Star Wars Land.
I mean, I'm gonna die in a second, but holy shit! it was
Galaxy's Edge, I think it's called.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I'm watching you now. I think the part where you were
awesome. Yeah, I was just like,
you
I mean,
survived it.
I don't know that it was efficient, but I was like, all right, that's cool to know that there is a version of this where I can block that if I absolutely have to in the real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Galaxy's Edge is cool. We went there I think like 4 or 5 years ago. I think it had only been out for a year when we went. But I know they've gotten new rides there. The Millennium Falcon ride we rode, and that was awesome.
They've also
And now-
got new lightsaber technology. You see that shit?
No.
There's a new Disney tech lightsaber out there that actually extends and retracts, and it has the lights.
Oh, like into the handle?
Yeah.
That's
Now
neat.
the handle itself is a fucking mag light flashlight. Like it's really
Yeah,
big.
it's like massive. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's not fully scaled down yet, and it's also like I'm pretty sure it's just something that like telescopes.
yeah,
But
it looks really
the,
clean.
The effect is so bright you can't tell what it's made out of. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, people are debating on like the legitimacy and like, is this the way of the future? Because nobody knows how it works just yet. Because Disney is real hush hush about the patent.
Are you still on Star Wars?
I mean, sort of. I'm only residually involved with Star Wars now because I finished Mando. I've done I think I've done all the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I'm caught up on Star Wars. But now all of my YouTube and social media stuff's like, check out this new take on this thing or whatever. And I don't know.
Yeah, I still haven't replaced Star Wars and Marvel with anything. I guess I've been reading more.
So that's
I'm really into Ted Lasso right now.
Yeah, are you season 3, Ian?
Yep, I'm caught up. I'm current.
I will say I don't love the new episode lengths. I feel like it's still great.
Are they shorter?
No, they're longer.
They're
it's
longer,
like twice
okay.
as long. But for me, I feel it's like hour episodes almost. But I'm feeling it like that length, like they're not filling up all the time.
I don't know. I think it's their intended final season.
Yes.
I think they're trying to really make sure they get everything in they want to get in.
Which that I'm excited for. I'm excited to kind of see the what they've got planned for their final season.
I'm really liking some of the character development. I love Jamie in this new season.
Yes. Yeah, it's been cool to see him.
I love him and Roy together, actually.
Yeah, they're like buddy friendship. At
Yeah.
first, I didn't love I don't 100% get what journey Keeley is supposed to be going on right now, but I'm holding out that it'll make sense eventually.
Yeah.
I
I think hers is how to be a confident boss, like in charge and be a leader, because she left to go do that, right?
yeah.
And now she's dealing with having the criticism and the judgment, and how to deal with insubordinates and nepotism and friends that think you owe them something. And I think that's what her journey is. If I were to take a stab at it,
Yeah. I get that Ted's whole thing is general non-confrontation. Like, he stands up for himself, but he doesn't super get mad. But the thing with his ex-wife's therapist or what do you call it? Relationship counselor.
Yeah.
That's just generally fucked. It's not even that it's like
it's real
that's
sleazy.
shitty to Ted. It's just shitty on that dude's part.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That like hit me somewhere in the core.
Yeah,
where,
I feel that.
Rathlarosa, are you watching Witch from Mercury? Rathlarosa, I am currently 1 episode behind. I have not seen yesterday's episode, but I'm enjoying it a lot. I think Nate, you haven't caught up on season.
No, I'm still
yet.
stuck on episode 6. I just didn't have a whole lot of time, and it's something like, because it's only in sub, I have to like sit there and watch it, and usually I do like 3 things at a time.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's hard to talk myself into it. It's not that I don't like it. I love it. It's fucking awesome. But there's just other shit I gotta do.
Yeah, no, 100%. But in Gundam news, I finished my last Leo build, and I am gonna start doing footage for some Maganax, which I'm really excited for.
Maganax?
Maganax, yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, Tom, if you have dragon pods, you can flinch it with like 1 or 2 shots. So if it's doing a move you don't want it to do, shoot it with a pod.
Okay. That's the second. I've tried it twice now, and I've lost all the cards.
That's okay. It definitely is a process.
I feel like I could get it. I just need I think Black Knight's right. I need to change the weapon.
Yeah. It is 8. Do we want to call this a stream here? And I think based on our discussion, Tom, what would you feel best about? Thursday, I'm going to do... I was planning on doing some Transformers unboxing stuff. And then at some point, maybe in June, we come back. And that gives plenty of time to do new gear and all that stuff. Does that sound good? Or what would you like to do?
It's whatever works for you guys. I just need to... I guess if I can't get any upgrades in the meantime, I just need to like play more in like the next like week or so, just so I can get like back up to where I was at.
Yeah, I would try and focus on. I used Bracky, like Raging Bracky, Silver Rathalos.
I have. So yeah, actually, I can just go through my equipment.
And then also a lot of fire resistance, because that's majoritively what he does.
Honestly, I think you'd be well served just to build the Elatrion armor set and use that. It gives you like 25 fire resist. It has almost 1200 defense. It has plenty of slots to slot in whatever you want. I think if over the next month we farm up Elatron's armor set, we get you whatever weapon you need, and some augmenting stuff. All this will be off stream. We're not going to be doing this on stream.
Right. I have an upgrade for the Elatrion blade. I should get that.
Nice.
I'm wearing almost full Raging Bracky, except I'm wearing Stygian Zenogre legs. But if the Elatrion stuff works, I can just change to that, and I might be able to do like dual blades or something.
The Elatrion stuff is really good against Fatalis. It feels like Elatrion was designed for
to be like the step
anti-Fatalis.
That's why they make you fight him before you fight Fatalis.
Yeah.
I mean, we have about 30 minutes if you want to. Well, I guess it's close enough. It's up to you if you want to keep going.
It's up to you. You are POV. You call the shots.
Okay. I mean, like I'm fine either way. If we want to, I can try to do it one more time, or if we want, if we just want to do like a guiding lands thing, I'm cool with that too.
Tom, you
I've got
shots.
to take off, so
All
if
right.
you guys are continuing, you're gonna have to make a new session.
No,
really?
we'll stay
Oh,
on
I
this
think
mission,
doesn't
won't
it
we?
pass? Yeah, I think
Maybe.
it passes off to somebody else.
Yeah, we're good.
Never mind them.
I think you're good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
See you,
See
Black
you all
Knight.
next
Later,
week.
man.
Then later, guys.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So if that's the case, what if we got time for one more hunt? What do we want to hunt?
I have nothing in mind. I'm good with whatever,
Yep.
really.
Okay.
I figured Cameron would have something that he wants to hunt.
I am supporting whatever decision you make, Tom.
Devil
You pick
Jojo
and
requests
we'll hunt
Fatalis
it.
again, but
Okay.
we'll see.
I can try it one more time. Like I'm getting to a point where like I understand how I think I can do it given what I have. It's just a matter of I cannot get hit.
Practice makes perfect.
Because I literally only have enough
I think they just want to see you suffer some more.
to.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't have to
it
do
is good practice. Like I think, like half of it is I haven't played Monster Hunter World. Like the last time I played it was literally the last time we streamed, and that's been the majority of all the times that I've played World in the past year is only when we're streaming.
Yeah.
I need to change this set too.
Do you think it realistically you'll be able to play when we're not streaming to prep for the next?
Yeah,
Fatalis
I
one?
can make time for it now.
And
but I just wasn't able to prior.
now you could even like I've already done the first phase on stream. If you want to get the first phase done with off stream, maybe that's it. That'll be a good like it's up to you, Tom. But I think if we say we will stream Monster Hunter World Iceborne again after Tom beats the first phase off stream, that would be a good like okay, now it's time to do Fatalis for the final time. How's that sound?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to do that. Like, I can try and I'll do it one more time here on stream, and then we can try one more off stream. Or I can try it off stream, assuming that I will not get it this time.
And we'll farm with you on whatever stuff you need, you know, off stream.
Yeah, I think that works for me. All right, give me one more. Do I already have it? Yeah, I do. One more shot.
What other like we talked about DMing tips, we talked about managing like I don't know what you call it, the juxtaposition of discipline and motivation. Which I don't know I mean we might have very different outlooks on this. Hannah and I know definitely disagree on this. Hannah very much looks to be motivated to do things. To like accomplish tasks. I am very much in the habit school, which is I build up a habit to do things so I no longer need to be personally like immediately motivated. Mm-hmm. I instead like I get up and do things in a certain order because that's how I've been doing it for a while. It takes time to build that habit, but that's just the way I operate better, I think.
I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks before it mentally becomes a habit.
Yeah, 100%. What about now that the weather's warming up, what sort of outdoorsy stuff are we getting into? I'm planning a kayaking trip, not trip, but a like let's go kayaking as a Discord group kind of thing. We I think Tom we were talking about that a little while ago.
Oh,
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
I don't have a date yet, but just like we were talking about what we want to do next as a group, and so a couple people mentioned like kayaking time.
Yeah. Let's see. We're eventually gonna go check out Teddy Roosevelt National Park, but we're trying to get it done before we get some visitors. That way, we have kind of a general idea of like what's an actual doable like trail for somebody who is into hiking or versus somebody who isn't into hiking but is still willing to try or something, you know? Because it's still like it's a couple hours away. It's a beautiful ride out, but it's
oh, Tom, nice hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you were, I think you and Abby were talking about Teddy Roosevelt National Park. Did you?
Yeah, we're not.
There yet?
Oh, we've been through it like a few times now. It's just a matter of like we haven't actually set some time around to, like go in and check out like what the ins and outs of certain trails and whatnot. We're always on business on the other side of it, so we never get a chance to stop in.
What is, I guess, your two's? What would you say your level of like fitness is these days?
Oh God, I personally am at the all-time heaviest I've ever been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't really been great because sitting at a desk job will kill you.
Yes. And you have to find time to work out outside of work, which if you're doing like 8 to 10 hour days.
Yeah. So it's an energy thing. Although I will say after my trip to Chicago, I'm just sort of generally like more motivated and invigorated as a person. I don't know why. I think I was just happy to like get out and go do something that wasn't work, and that was super fun.
It's the company Kool-Aid. It
really is.
That right. I've talked about that at my work pretty often. There is a psychological effect there.
Yeah, like you just get together and just go fucking nuts for a couple days, and then it's fine. I got a lot of good networking, but I'm just sort of generally motivated more to just do more things. So, and also I learned that as a new benefits thing, they are comping gym memberships, so that's nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I've looked into a couple different, like there's a YMCA around here too, and that's fine. But I wonder if they will comp a Muay Thai gym that I'm looking at.
Oh, that would be cool. And
because I'd like to get back into it again.
I will say that is something that, like, we were talking earlier about just different qualities and about each other. Something I admire about you, Nate, is you are a solo exerciser, and I am 100% not a solo exerciser.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I never thought about that, like, dichotomy.
I rely on, like, I drive Hannah crazy because I want to work out with her, because having a partner is, I don't know why, but it is fundamental to my, like, workout routine. And like earlier when I was saying like she doesn't want to get up at 5:30, there was a time early in our relationship when that's what I was trying to do. I was like, well, I need to work out and it's got to be 5:30, so your ass has to get up at 5:30. And it was not a sustainable situation. But now, like, we're more flexible to her schedule, but I still need her or a workout buddy. I've always had a workout buddy. When I was at UC, I had a workout buddy. When I was at Wright State, like my roommate Hamza was my workout buddy.
Oh yeah, Hamza. He's still okay.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he got married recently.
Oh great, that's awesome.
Not like super recent. I guess it was like a year ago. But yeah,
even
congrats
so.
to him.
Yeah.
Him and Ilsoon.
Right.
Yeah. I need a workout buddy, and it's been they don't have to be doing my exact level of workout. Like, there are times when Max has been my workout buddy, and it's really just him being there. It's
just
not
that level of
he
accountability
needs
to somebody else.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, I understand that. When Craig and I were hitting the gym over the next town, I have no problem working out by myself, but I will say I did feel a little bit more obligation to stay as so consistent, because maybe he didn't want to that night either. Maybe I didn't either. Maybe we both didn't want to, but we both checked with the other one and we're like,
it's the
kind of guilted.
Yeah.
If it weren't for that era too, I actually am working out the most I ever have in my life. I go
right on,
to
dude.
The
Oh,
gym.
nice.
I aim for at least two like days a week. It's usually like if I have like a work from home day, I will just sort of like leave a little early and go to the gym. But I try to get at least like 30 minutes of like actual like 30 to 40 minutes of like weight machine time, and then like I always try to do at least 25 to 30 minutes of like running. But it's I have to do it alone, mostly just because I don't have anyone to work out with. But also like I prefer to do it alone, especially for the first few like days back in it. Just because I think it makes it a little bit easier to like to do it comfortably. Like I I probably have about as much social anxiety as most introverted people do nowadays, but it helps a lot to just like go there and get a few like sessions in and be like, okay, I'm like back and like used to the machines again. Like I feel like if I do work out with someone, I can make up for some of that lost time.
You gotta, I think what really helped me with like public gyms is like I've always been pretty extroverted and outgoing and willing to do whatever, but once you realize that no one gives a shit about what you're doing in a gym.
Oh yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you're by yourself.
And it's very true.
Well
like,
be in a room by yourself.
If
they are watching you, they're assholes.
Yeah, true.
Or creeps.
I go to like one of the big chain
women.
Yeah, we are not. So yeah, I don't think we particularly have to deal with that set of issues. But yeah, it helps me. Like if I'm ever like feeling self-conscious, I'm like nobody cares.
Yep. Shanice says she thinks you're close. Cheryl, oh, she's excited to start swimming Memorial Day. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That is the traditional opening. Yeah, I should do that too.
Yeah, my commitment to outdoorsy activities this year. Hannah and I are good about hiking. We really like hiking, but because we bought the canoes, our big thing is going canoeing or going kayaking regularly.
Excellent shoulders and traps, my man.
Yep. The big thing being, I keep calling in the different canoe spots. You can't start canoeing on the Little Miami River until the water hits a certain temperature. I didn't realize that there's a season for it.
I didn't know that either.
But it hasn't happened quite yet. It might be this weekend that it's like available for kayaking. But I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. We have to be really careful because the Missouri River being here, it's like super small in some places and it's massive in other places, but some places are still, at least on the surface, still frozen and you can't like boat through them. Yeah.
With where you're at, is there any like outdoor activity that the like geography lends itself more to? Do you it's super flat, I know.
Well, it's flat sort of. It's more, when I say flat, it's more like it's within a standard deviation of a height. Yeah. Either lower or higher. But it's more of a rolling hill, low valley, like shallow valley sort of situation. So, you know, it's not flat out here, but it's but only in really Teddy Roosevelt do you see like some dramatic environment.
Does Teddy Roosevelt have like rock climbing?
I don't know if I don't know if it has any rock climbing, although it could. Like some of that stuff is really like it's really pretty, but it's like really sheer too. So I'm not sure what happened in just that spot, but it's quite cool. It's very colorful, a lot of layers to the rock, and great views. And you got to be careful though. You might step off into like 100-foot canyon, like yeah, because it happens quickly. But the rest of the state, like all around it, because we kind of did we drove through it and kind of circled around up north too, and it was all very rolling hills, sort of a butte every once in a while. A little tiny gorge here and there, but it's all very like 1 or 2 degrees off flat.
I think you're getting close, Tom. I just saw they said prep the binder.
He's been saying that for a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting more damage in this time than I did before. There was something else I was doing wrong or differently this time. But I don't know if it's actually close. I think he's just saying that. He keeps saying like I'm attacking the midsection more, but they said something about attacking the head to make it flinch. So I don't know if I can actually do that.
Yeah, he's actually immune to stun, but you can shoot the dragon pods at him to get him to flinch quite a bit.
Okay.
You can also he is also mountable, and you can put him into the wall to do a lot of head damage.
Oh, can I use the clutch claw? I didn't even think about that. Well,
yeah, you can swing him around, but it's best to do it while he's on all fours.
Right.
Because you can technically do it while he's up top too, I think, but only it doesn't have as strong of an effect. I think. I don't know. I might be full of shit on that one. But either way,
I got the ghillie.
Good head damage.
got the ghillie suit up, so I could try to load one of the cannons, I guess.
Yeah. I did a thing when I was first starting out with him, is that I would put the ghillie suit on,
Yeah, you had like
and
a
then go
video
load
you
up
were
all those
watching.
cannons. Yeah, I load up at least 2 of the cannons, but maybe all 4. And you line the first one up directly on him because he always starts in the same spot, and then you line up the second cannon right, so it's pointing right in front of the first cannon. Because when you shoot him with the first cannon, he'll come over to the first cannon and try and break it. And so you just walk 10 feet to your right and then shoot it with the second cannon.
Okay.
And then by the end of the second cannon, especially if you have the artillery gem in, or the heavy artillery gem in, that will cause a knockdown, and you can go after his head like majorly. And if you have a group that's waiting on you to do it, you can all gang up on the head and get a lot of damage in right off the bat. Great way to get ahead. No pun intended.
Yay.
I had time for 1, so I think that
Yeah.
should be an extra 1,000.
One thing I'll say to Cameron about things that people are doing outdoors here is that when it's snowing, they snowmobile everywhere. And when it's dry out, they dirt bike and ATV everywhere.
Yeah, you were talking about, I don't think you were going to buy one, but you were talking about like rentals or something?
Yeah, we looked at snowmobiles, but apparently you don't rent snowmobiles. You just either buy them or inherit them or borrow your friends. There is no half-assing your tipping toes into the snowmobile realm. You are whole ass or someone else's whole ass to get into the the industry, shall we say?
Yeah.
Because we were like, yeah, those look kind of fun, and watching somebody go down your absolutely unplowed street like it was nothing is like, man.
Oh.
If we were gonna live here long term, then hell yeah, we would. I'd get whatever license I need. I know a guy. But yeah, we can't really talk ourselves into getting it right now. If we know we're going to be out of here at maybe the end of the year, maybe the end of next year, it's just not really worth it.
Yeah, it's interesting that there isn't a rental bit. I guess it makes sense. Because the tourism industry
is not big. Yeah, it's not big. It makes sense if you stop and think about it, because you're like, who the fuck comes here?
Yeah.
I had that exact thought when I was getting on my plane today, or a couple days ago, to come back home, and I was like, who the fuck is going here? And I'm like, it must be people who live here and who are just coming back from whatever trip they're doing, like I am.
What is your next trip? I know Tom and I are going to New Orleans in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
One snuck up on us.
Yeah, we're headed down in the early, for July 4th weekend and before, like that weekend before it. We're headed down to South Dakota.
Ooh.
Oh.
We're gonna do some
only 1 state away.
Black Hills National Forest, Devil's Tower, and Badlands.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, we got 3 or 4 days.
You convince Abby to do some camping, or you're gonna get a hotel?
No, we got to have a central located B&B that we can just kind of like, we'll take a day to drive down, and then we'll take a day each one, and we'll drive back on the last day. Because the Devil's Tower is the most northern, and it's like a 6-hour drive, and it's also the least involved. Like, you can get it done in like a couple hours.
All right.
So we're gonna take 3 or 4 days and go do that, and then we'll come back from there. So yeah, that's our next biggest trip, minus like what we can do in like a day trip out here, there, or wherever.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to that, because I've never seen the Devil's Tower in real life. I've seen it in movies, a lot of movies.
What is is Devil's Tower like a natural?
Yeah, it's a natural formation. It's a rock formation, but it's like a very sheer, like cylindrical rock cliff. You'll know it when you see it. You're like, oh, that's what that is. But it's a very big like landmark, because it's naturally occurring. It's like all out by itself too. You type it in, you'll see it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's got a bunch of like paved trails around it now, so they're really easy to walk. So like you can probably take a lap in about an hour. We'll probably take probably twice as long, because Abby's got her camera and she takes pictures of everything, and they're always really good.
How have you been enjoying the camera?
I mean, going great so far. We are photographing a lot of sunsets and sunrises, especially sunsets though, because it's the sunsets here so fucking late. Like
Yeah.
we can't do it during the week because it's still light outside at like 9 o'clock at night. It's not even, it's like not even close to going down.
Yeah.
And so like I gotta get to bed. But on the weekends when we get a chance, we'll try and catch it like on this riverbank that we know, like this part of a riverbank of Missouri that we like. And then we have gotten up on occasion to go see the sunrise as well. One day we're gonna catch the aurora borealis because it was super bright here the other day, but it was like in the middle of the night. We had already gone to sleep, so that was frustrating. I have an app that lets me know when it's happening, but it only gives me about 30 minutes worth of warning.
Oh, really?
That's not very convenient.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, hey, we got the word. Are you good to go? We got to go now. Which gives us like enough time to drive to a place I think I want to try to watch it from up north. So it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. We still got plenty of time to try it, and I guess this is becoming more and more the norm. It's because there's a lot of geomagnetic storms going on right now.
Yeah.
So it'll happen. In fact, the aurora borealis is much more impressive in photos than it is in real life, because your camera will pick up on wavelengths of light that your eyes won't.
I've
Until
heard
you
that
put it up.
before. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, it still looks awesome in real life. But if you look at pictures, it's just like, wow, that's way more intense than I saw in real life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I don't know. We got a couch. Well, we've got half a couch right now.
Oh yeah, it's for you have half a couch, not a full couch.
Well, we have the couch, but we only paid about half of it right now because we just wanted to hold it while we thought about it for a bit. We talked with the person, and he's like, "Yeah, we just give it's not store credit. You just give you the money back, but you pay half now, and we'll hold it indefinitely because it's the last. It's the last one they had. It was a good price, and the guy was great. It's a local family-owned furniture store, so no big mega corps involved. And super nice guy. We both love him. But I just got to pay that off, and then we'll have our very own full-blown living room now. It's
Nice.
very college right now,
But still,
Devil's Wrath, thanks. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get it in that the third cart or the third life. And Wrath, I think that's a good idea. I want to do DBs. I think DBs would be better with dash juice and some like speed.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mobility is
sucks
key
because
with
I
them.
just made the Elatrion charge. Oh, I made the Elatrion charge blade last time, but I can farm
So,
the parts for it.
If you're gonna do something like a lance or a gun lance, you got to really invest in your shield. There are like, if you can get your guard high enough, when he does his one of his big fuck off attacks, it's not his ultimate one, but something very like it while he's on the ground. You can actually become a new obstacle for people to hide behind.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, if I can get like the guard up, I think I might.
Yeah.
Although I find myself like naturally I tend toward to evade now. I'm trying to play it more Dark Souls style, so I might end up doing the DBs. But yeah, I think I can get it. It's just because I have not been playing as much off stream as everyone else has. I need to get back into the swing of the like doing the layout stuff like critically quickly instead of just like taking a hit because I have the health. But I think I can get it next time. I'll do some stuff off stream.
So in terms of next time, I don't think we have a specific date picked out. We'll probably just let Tom, and we'll hunt off stream. So if you're on our Discord, keep an eye out for lobbies that we post, or post your lobbies, and we'll join when we're able to. Tom will get some better gear, and then we'll live stream Iceborne one last time after we've all done the solo Fatalis part. And we'll just do a group hunt for Fatalis. And then we'll be done with Iceborne. I don't know when exactly that'll be. Probably sometime June, July. We'll see in terms of timing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And then we'll have probably one last stream for Sunbreak as well when the new Malzeno variant drops.
Mm-hmm.
But
That'll do it until 6.
yeah, for the short term, stay tuned because Tuesday Danny's probably doing an art stream. Wednesday, are we doing Dead Space? I assume
I have it planned, yeah, unless something comes up.
we'll
With
do
Hannah,
Dead
we
Space.
should be able to do Dead Space again.
Thursday, I'm planning on doing a Transformers catch-up stream a little bit. And then Friday, I will be streaming, probably solo streaming, but I'll be streaming Tears of the Kingdom. And then that'll be what
Yeah.
we're playing starting next Monday again. We'll be doing some Zelda stuff. We'll be fighting a different type of monster. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. It was
Yeah.
I know, Tom, it was maybe a little frustrating for you, but it was nice just to hang out.
It's all
and
part of the
chat.
process, man.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I don't mind doing this on stream. It was just I was frustrated because I realized, oh, I meant to be doing this stuff off stream, but I've been playing so much Breath of the Wild to finish the DLC and catch up that I forgot to. I actually forgot we were switching back to World too. I started playing Rise like the day after our last Rise stream, and I was like, wait, this feels off. I should be doing something else.
This isn't right.
Yeah, I'll get in that time off stream. The fact that I was able to get as far as I did without remembering anything about the Fatalis fight that I read about like 4 years ago, I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah,
man,
we'll come back
it's
to
not an
it.
easy fight.
Oh yeah, no, I know this is like the hard fight. So I was like, oh no, I'm not frustrated by that. I totally expect to get bodied. But yeah, we'll get back to it sometime, I guess, after Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Whenever we're done with that
Or
on stream.
in between at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah. Once we exhaust that. But yeah, thanks as always for hanging out, everybody. Yeah, hit the Discord link if you have Discord, and if not, I will see all of you on Wednesday.
Nice.
So yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we will see you next time.
Later, guys.
Bye, everybody.